Hello everyone. Welcome back to the online class. Today we are going to explain rest of the part from where we left yesterday. Hope you all are fine at home. We are expecting that an order will be filed from government to open the school from Monday onwards. Today, I'll tell you what happened to Bruno when he took poison, thereafter, a gallon of old engine oil which the narrator kept in the library. Next, he kept poison that was barium carbonate in the library to kill the rats and mice, but unfortunately, Bruno took and ate the poison, and it caused a great trouble in his health. He was not able to stand properly on his stumps. He was hardly staggering and came to my wife. Maya refers to narrator objective case, his wife, you can say. When the narrator's wife saw the condition of Bruno, he called the narrator. The narrator absorbed all the condition what happened to Bruno. He immediately called the vet, you can say doctor, and described the condition what is going on with him. The doctor went through his medical books and found the solution or treatment what to do with the animal. Finally, 10 cc antidote was injected to Bruno, but there was no change in condition. Finally, another 10 cc was injected, and Bruno was recovering, gradually his health. And it seems that he was sitting when he recovered from the situation. It seems that he speaks as if what is barium carbonate for a big, Baba, big Bruno? It's nothing. Now, Bruno has learned some tricks when he was given any command like baby, where is the baby, and where is the gun, and fight. So, such tricks he had, and he could follow the commands and instructions given by the narrator and his wife. Now, affectionately, a stump of wood which he had carefully concealed in his straw bed, but because of the tenant's children, poor Bruno or Baba had to be kept chained most of the time. Affectionately, compassionately, a stump of wood which he had carefully concealed in his straw bed as if it were the baby of Bruno. Means the Bruno, the animal, was reacting as if he had a child, and he, concealed the stump of wood. You can say a wooden stick under the straw bed, like he is concealing his own child. But lekin, because of tenants, you can say children, adolescents who were in the period of adolescence, poor Bruno or Baba had to be kept chained most of the time. Now we are going to explain para number 13. Then my son and I advised my wife, and friends advised her too, to give Baba to the Jew at Mysore. Now, the size of Baba was larger than it was before. So, most of the time he was kept chained, he was tied firmly so that he would not harm any children, any child of the neighborhood. Then, my son, narrator's son, and narrator, both of them advised narrator's wife, and friends also advised her to give Baba back to the Jew at Mysore because of his larger size. He was getting too big to keep at home. The size of Baba Bruno was too bigger to keep at home. It means he was so big that he cannot be kept at home. After some weeks of such advice, she at last consented. She agreed uh, with what they advised her hastily, and before she could change her mind, a letter was written to the curator of the Jew hastily, rapidly, very fast, or immediately before she could change her mind because she had a great affection and compassion for the Bruno. She loved Bruno as if he were her own child. So, before she changed her mind, I immediately wrote a letter to the curator of the Jew. Curator here a person in charge of Jew. You can say who looks after and manages all the things of Jew. Did he want a term beer for his collection? He replied yes. The Jew sent a case from Mysore in a lorry, a distance of 87 miles, and Baba was packed off. Did he want a team? Narrator wants to know if they want a team beer for their collection. The curator of Jew replied affirmatively, yes, he needs. And the Jew sent a case from Mysore in a lorry, and a Jew was sent. You can say a case was sent from Jew in a lorry so that we could pack Bruno in the case and it will be delivered. A distance of 87 miles. The distance from Mysore to narrator house was at least 87 miles away, and Baba was packed off. Finally, Baba was packed off to deliver to the Jew in Mysore. I hope it's clear to every students. We all missed him greatly. Now we are going through 14th paragraph. We all missed him greatly, but in a sense we were relieved. We all missed him. We all had been missing him for uh, many months since he was there in our family. My wife was inconsolable. She wept and fretted. My wife was, you can say, unconscious. She was not in a normal state since Bruno was packed off. She was constantly weeping and fretting. सिर्फ वो रो रही थी सिर्फ वो विलाप कर रही थी for the first few days she would not eat a thing. The condition of my wife was so miserable. She was not feeling better, comfortable in Bruno's absence because she loved him a lot. For the first a few days, she did not eat anything. Then she wrote a number of letters uh, to the curator. How was Baba? Back came the replies, well, but fretting. He refuses food too. Wow, what the compassion, what the emotion the Bruno had. He was also refusing foods. He was not feeling better as the narrator's wife was feeling. They both were missing each other because they both were very close in relationship. There was a great and deep affection with each other. So, the narrator's wife was writing a number of letters to the curator for knowing the condition of Baba, how he was, and back came the replies from the curator that he is well but fretting. He is also fretting. He is also sorrowful. He is not happy and he refuses food too. He doesn't eat anything yet. After that, now we are going to 15. After that, friends visiting Mysore were begged to make a point of going to the Jew and seeing how Baba was. Alankrita Mishra. This meeting is completely secured and protected in order to avoid antisocial elements. So you can Send me messages via WhatsApp. I'll definitely reply you and try my best to clear all the types of doubts. Next, after that, friends of mine visiting my shore were begged to make a point of going to the zoo and seeing how Baba was getting along. They reported that he was well but looked very thin and sad. All the keepers at the zoo said he was fretting for 3 months. I managed to restrain my wife from visiting my store, and then she said one day, I must see Baba. Either you take me by car or I'll go by Mysore, by bus. Go to Mysore by bus or train. So I took her by car, fretting, worried, unhappy, and crying. There was no sound, but we can feel that Baba was feeling very, bad and so sad. Now, what happened? My friends visiting Mysore, they visit Mysore and they beg to make a point of going to the zoo. They went to the zoo and saw the Baba was getting along. And they reported that Baba was well but very thin and sad. They reported the condition of Baba that he is well but very thin and sad. Okay, it seems that he doesn't eat food. All the keepers reported us that Baba has been fretting since he came here for 3 months. And I managed to restrain my wife from visiting Mysore. And I done it. I, forbade my wife to visit Mysore. Then she said one day, finally, being determined and resolute, she told me that I must see Baba. Either you take me by car or I'll go myself by bus or train. So I took her by car when she was determined. Okay, when she was determined to visit Mysore, finally I had to carry her. Now we are going to explain 16th paragraph. Friends, I hope there will be no doubt in our paragraphs. Friends had conjectured that the bear would not recognize her. My friends, they premonitized. उन्होंने इस चीज का अंदेशा लगाया. Gave opinion as guessing that Baba will not recognize my wife. I had thought so too. And I too thought so. But while she was yet some yards from his case, Baba saw her and recognized her. He howled with happiness. She ran up to him, petted him through the bars, and he stood on his head in delight. Now, we can feel the emotion and deep affection, great dedication of an animal to human being. I hope animals are more confident, more faithful, more, you can say, resolute to carry on with the relationship with human being. A human can cheat human, but animals are more faithful than human beings. So, what we observed, it was not the same. But while my wife was for some yards, his case, Baba saw her and recognized her. पहचान गया वो. And he howled, वो चिल्लाने लगा with happiness, खुशी से. She ran up to him. मेरी बीवी उसकी तरफ दौड़ के गई. Petted him, उसके ऊपर हाथ लगा के सहलाती है, थपथपाती है. Through the bars के माध्यम से, means he was not before my wife. Through the bars she could touch him, and he stood on his head in delight. Wow, the animal was standing on his head in delight. He was so happy. He was too happy. बहुत खुश था, बहुत प्रसन्न था, seeing the narrator's wife. It seems that he has got his mother. ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो अपनी माँ से मिला है. Definitely, the way narrator's wife looks after the Bruno, it seems that he was her own child. जो तरीका था जो डेडिकेशन था, जो प्रेम था, जो प्यार था, वो ऐसा ही था जैसा कि एक माँ का एक बेटे के प्रति. नाउ लास्ट paragraph of this page 116. For the next 3 hours she would not leave that case. 3 घंटे तक my wife couldn't leave the case. वो वहां से नहीं हटी. She gave him tea, lemonade, cakes, ice cream, and what not, everything what he likes. जो चीजें उसे पसंद थी वो सारी चीजें मेरी बीवी ब्रूनो को देती है. Then closing time came and we had to leave. My wife cried bitterly. मेरी बीवी बहुत रो रही थी. Because it was the time to close, to leave away from there. वहां से निकलने का समय हो गया था. इसलिए the sense of departure was hurting my wife so much. वहां से जो विदाई का सेंस था, जो डिस्टेंस था, वो मेरी बीवी को बहुत हर्ट कर रहा था. And she was crying bitterly. और वो रो रही थी. बाबा cried bitterly too. बाबा भी रो रहा था. Even the hardened curator and keepers were also crying, watching the deep affection between my wife and the Bruno. This is the serious love between an animal and a human. They are very serious, they are very faithful than a human being, we can say. And often we see domesticated animals at home. We have also domesticated animals at our home, like cow, you can say dog, cats, and many more animals. And we can observe how serious and faithful they are for all the families. Next paragraphs will be taught in the next lecture video. That's it. Have a nice day to everyone.